Hello, I'm Zoe Summer. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. I'm doing the April 2024 weekly reading for the horoscope sign of Pisces. This is for the week of April 1st to 8th, 2024. For these weekly readings, I have chosen a card randomly, and it's the Magician card. So what I'm doing is I'm using this central card and then doing all the weekly readings around this card for April 1st to 8th, 2024, okay? So let's begin, Pisces. It's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. So here we have the Magician. Now, in Tarot, there's many meanings for all these divination tools and cards, and specifically in this deck, let's talk about it. So this I'm getting tongue-tied. This Magician has all the tools they need, okay? They've got all the suits, all the different suits of the tarot cards are represented. This is a major arcana card, so it's incredibly significant, and it means it's got more energy behind it than if it wasn't a major arcana card, okay? Now in this card, you'll see so many symbols. We have white lilies, we have red roses, we have the, let's just say it's an infinity sign above his head or her head or their head, depending if you're non-gender. And then what I'm going to refer, it's got a Latin name, but what I'm going to talk about is that this Magician has all the inner resources they need. And that's what this is, like to infinity and beyond, okay? Now, the symbols are also talking about fertility. In the instance of you, Pisces, April 1st to 8th, April 2024, I'm seeing that there is something that is going to be created. Now, it's something, I'm sighing for a second because there's so many messages. It's something that is very close to your heart, okay? That's what some of these other symbols talk about. It's something that you've maybe been dreaming about for a while, and it's felt like it's unattainable, okay? But let's move on, and because there's obviously going to be a lot to say here. Okay, Eagle, you will soon soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Wow. So this is a fortune card, and I don't think that this could even resonate more than what I was just speaking about for you, Pisces, for the Magician card. So whatever it is that's been close to your heart, some dream, you are kind of saying to yourself now, you know what, kind of now or never, I'm going to go for it. Now, in no way, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. In no way am I advocating that you drop everything and go full force into this. It's only you can decide whatever this is for you. So it's going to be a different scenario for each of you. It is saying that you're taking it more seriously now. You're feeling more of an urgency. And what this card talks about is also with eagle spirit. Eagle is a bird, a creature that can see the big picture. Like it soars way above everything else, kind of what I call a VIP view. Like it's VIP seating at a arena, a sports game, or a symphony, or any kind of concert. You've got that box seating way above, or the opera way above, or everybody else, so to speak. And it means that you've got a bird's eye view. So you're starting to see more of the big picture. That's what Eagle is telling you. And you're going to have greater clarity and strength about whatever this is that you as the Magician wants to create. What I am going to do is set this card down for a minute, Pisces. And I am going to pull the book for this deck. This is an oracle deck. So I'm going to pull the book for this. Eagle. Let's read what my spirit guides tell me. Okay. The magnificent eagle flies high above the ground and is able to survey all that is below and beyond. Well, that's just what my spirit guides were saying. So maybe let me just skip over what they've already said here. Okay. Let's see. Basically, they said all of this. Okay. So let me go down to here. They're saying, okay, personal relationships. So if this relates to your personal relationships, here we go. A relationship that has been troublesome will either resolve itself and grow stronger, or you will decide to let go of it. The eagle's power can also make you more charismatic to the opposite sex or same sex, and your easy strength may attract many new suitors. Now, here we go to career or money. Let's just stop for a minute right there, pause for the personal relationships, because my guides are asking me to add more to that. For those of you that aren't in a relationship, well, let's start with for those of you that are. This is speaking about if something's been troublesome, it's going to resolve itself, or you're going to communicate more, my spirit guides are saying, with this other person. So I'm hearing from most of you, it's not an all or nothing situation. There may be a few of you, again, it's a general reading, where you have already decided, I need to move on from this relationship, and you've taken safe measures, safe plans to do so, and that you end it with compassion. Maybe you'll even go to a mediator, and he, she, or they will help you end the relationship with compassion, okay? So that you both have a fresh start. Others of you, I'm hearing this has to do with your relationship to yourself, and you're going to get more of an eagle's view of that relationship to yourself, more perspective of what's been bothering you. Let me see if my guides want to say anything else about the eagle card. You will soon soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. And it's interesting because they interjected the word soon, but the actual card just doesn't include that word. Yet I'm going to go with what they're saying. Time is flows, so soon could be relative to each of you, depending. It could be a day, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month, it could be several months. And I'm hearing it's going to be in divine timing, so don't worry about anything. Whatever this is that you've been creating in your mind, a dream, something, Pisces, it's getting really close now, and the greater clarity. Okay, oh wow, this is exactly, oh, excuse me, I just kicked the camera by mistake. This is exactly what they just were saying. Of course, my spirit guides, let's talk about career and money. Take a major leap towards your life progress. The potential to achieve greatness is yours. You could land your dream job or gain extra money from a pay raise, job offer, or lucky win. Now I'm hearing a lucky win is not about lottery, okay? They're saying the lucky win is going to have to do with something that you've done in the past that's bringing some money. Like it could be money past due that's owed to you. That's what I'm hearing, okay? So this is really incredible because first of all, of course, and I have such a privilege working with these spirit guides. I've worked with psychic work for many decades, actually, since I was 10 years young. Not professionally at 10 years young, but later, very closely thereafter, I did. And I just can't express how privileged I am to be working with this because it feels so powerful, and I hope it helps you help yourself. It's really interesting that everything, of course, and that they were saying, plus they were saying extra, was just reiterated in the actual book for this oracle card. But let's move on because I think that I've spent, of course, a ton of time on that. Let's move on. King of Wands. Okay, so now we get into a tarot deck card, another tarot card. We just looked at an oracle card, and before that it was another tarot card, with starting our reading with the Magician for this weekly. Again, this is Zoe Summer. This is my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. I'm doing the April 2024 weekly reading, April 1st to 8th for Pisces, the horoscope sign of Pisces. Now, we're talking about what you're creating in your life, something, a dream close to you. What's interesting is we have here the King of Wands. This is the Light Seers Tarot deck, and the depiction of some of the cards are radically different than in other tarot decks, which is great because I like to use a variety of tools. You're seeing the symbol of lion back here, okay? And it's also you can tell the stance of this lion is very self-assured. Pardon me, very powerful. And what this King of Wands is telling you, Pisces, as we're talking about April 1st to 8th, that you are going to feel very firm-footed in taking some sort of action towards whatever this dream of yours, this initiative of yours that you've been thinking about. What also is interesting is we were talking about with the Eagle card that there's greater clarity. And if you'll see in the torch that the King of Wands is holding here, that's about showing light. For you, at least, is how I'm hearing this and seeing this and touching it, okay? It is it is casting light on whatever you need to do. Also, notice how this King of Wands, and of course it's non-gender specific, my readings, he's very, we'll just say he for the sake of creating our video for you today. He's very, also very relaxed, but his stance is very powerful, very confident, very self-assured. I'm especially noticing how he's just got his hand in his pocket, just so self-assured. Like, I can't really get the words out. I'm having a hard time here. Let me get some extra help from my guides. Yeah, it's just like he's not positioning himself. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to posture himself. He comes into the game, if you will, self-assured, confident, ready to go. He's already done a lot of meditation or whatever he needs to get his clarity, prayer work, whatever it is for you. And also what's very important, because again, it's a general reading, to mention is sometimes the King of Wands can connote a person who is married. And earlier, when we were talking about eagle spirit, we were mentioning about relationship, that some of you may be married or in partnership. And this usually refers to, not always, but often compared to some of the other kings, a person who is married, someone who is in a more developed stage of their life. That doesn't necessarily mean a chronicle age. It just typically means they've got things together. Like maybe they have already built a business, or they want to start a family and they're starting one. Again, it's no judgment. It's more of just, I'm trying to give you scenarios. So what this is also speaking about is you're finding ways where in your mind, you're going to get things together, okay? Like you're building a foundation. And again, it has to go back to the theme of these weekly April readings, which is around the Magician card of what you're building, what foundation, and that you have all the inner resources. You may feel like you don't yet have all the external resources. Maybe you're raising money, who knows? Because again, it's a general reading, so I can't list all the scenarios. Yet, take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. And he's also got on a very power color, which is red. And he's got on a crimson hue of red, okay? Power color. So we're talking about a lot of inner strength. You're feeling inner strength. Now I have an attitude of gratitude card. And if you feel comfortable doing this, say it in your mind or out loud. This is a mantra card, I call them. And you say it out loud. I have the attitude of gratitude for the self-respect, integrity, and inner peace I experience each day. Now, I'm laughing because, again, such synchronicity, or you know what, it's just incredible. Like, so here we're talking about, we were just talking about feeling confident, self-respect of the King of Wands here, that you're starting to feel more confident, more self-respect. You're aligning yourself with what's right for you, which has to do with integrity, of course, meaning whatever this dream is that you're creating as the magician, and that's going to bring you a feeling of inner peace. This is maybe you even take write this down or just say it out loud on your phone as I do this reading, because it's so strong, a gratitude mantra, okay? Beautiful. All right, now I want to pull another oracle card, Lotus. Let go of challenges. It's time to bloom. Wow. Okay, so this is completely echoing what we've been talking about for you, Pisces. By the way, again, for those of you that may have just started watching or listening to this video, this is Zoe Summer. This is my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. This is the April 2024 weekly reading, April 1st to 8th. And it's a general reading. Take with you what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. And please do like and subscribe to my channel. It's so helpful. It helps build the channel. And at the end of this weekly reading, I will pull a silver charm for you and get messages from that for you too, Pisces. So what a lotus flower does is it grows out of murky mud. And one of the spiritual symbolisms of the lotus flower, and it does depend also too on the nuances of the color of lotus flower, but I'm hearing for you, Pisces, for this reading, I'm not to get into all the different hues of colors of the lotus flower and those spiritual symbolism, but what's important to you for this reading is that it's the lotus flower and that it is time to bloom. And whatever this is that you're wanting to create as you being the magician, you're going to start creating it. If you haven't already started taking some steps by April 2024, this week, 1st to 8th, we're talking about, you will soon. And when it's the right time for you, but it sounds like it's also a divine timing situation. And so a lotus flower, one of the main spiritual symbolisms is that it grows from murky mud. Yet what's extraordinary about these flowers is they come from the murky mud and then they just grow into this beautiful bloom. So it seems kind of counterintuitive that the flower would grow out of this sludge, basically. And what this is also saying to you is it goes back to this eagle card, that you're going to have greater clarity, okay? Like you're coming out of the mud, if you will, and you're getting in, it's time to bloom, and you're a beautiful lotus flower. You know what? I'm going to read there. I'm going to reach for this book. It's Auspicious Symbols, and read, see if my guides want me to read anything about lotus. And then according to this interpretation of this book, and then I'm going to pull the card back up so you can see it. Let me just get to the page. Hold on. With all my readings for you, I shuffle off camera, pull the cards, put them face down, and then I look at them with you. So I have to get the right page here. I'm laughing because it's exactly, of course, what my spirit guides just said, but I'll read. The sacred lotus grows out of mud as a messenger of beauty and resilience. And there's more, and it's all pretty much what we just were talking about. A symbol of beauty as a reminder that we can rise up from past obstacles each day in order to bloom. Okay, so let me read this part. They're saying, like the sacred lotus, this message is surfacing to remind you, Pisces, of your ability to adapt, arise, and renew. The lotus has a special quality associated with a deep desire or will to thrive. This is an important quality necessary to surmount challenges. You're being called to see this quality within yourself, okay? So it's pulling on your unique lotus power to rise up again out of past situations and bloom. A sense of unwavering faith and resilience is called for now. Have confidence that you can move past any previous challenges and not only bloom, but thrive too. Use this message of consistent renewal as an assurance for overcoming whatever arises. So it's more reinforcement of what we've been talking about. Beautiful. And I love like all these sparkles around this lotus flower. Now I'm rounding out this reading for you, Pisces, with another tarot card from the same tarot deck as our theme card of Magician for these weekly readings for April. And then I'll do pull a silver charm for you and read that. So we have 7 of Pentacles, and I'm giggling because this has to do with, as you can see in this card, this character is carving out each of the pentacles, which is symbolizing, typically it symbolizes material goods. And it's talking about building. And this is exactly what we're talking about with you in the Magician card, is you taking steps to whatever dream it is that's been on your mind for a while now, okay? So this is a card of great diligence. You can see that. And again, I like this. It's yet another, pardon me, I use a lot of different decks for you because I like the fact that the interpretations come out differently depending on the card. And so in this deck, the 7 of Pentacles has a castle in the background. So what I'm also seeing, pardon me, is that, wow, my throat chakra. So, okay, so what my guides are saying, my throat chakra suddenly felt a little congested, and what it is that it's indicating for you, Pisces, that whatever this dream is, you haven't kind of talked to yourself about it. It's like you've, in the past, Eagle is telling us, the Eagle card's telling us you're going to start to get clarity about it. But in the past, let me clear my throat chakra, my goodness. In the past, you haven't almost even acknowledged this dream. Boy, okay, so let me just clear that. Well, that's an important message for you. What I was saying was the color of the tights, again, is a power red, and then a crimson red, and then we have that in a self-empowerment We have that in the castle, and that's echoed here back in our King of Wands. So it's a time for self-empowerment, okay? And Pisces, you're going to diligently start working towards this dream, whatever that means to you, okay? Beautiful. Now let's get a silver charm. Ow, that was an important message for you because my throat chakra really, now it's cleared. Okay, once I gave you the message, my throat chakra cleared. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we have here. I'm just trying to see if they want me to pull this charm, whatever. Yep, yeah, they do. Okay. Well, beautiful filigree silver heart. Okay. So this is talking about, again, general reading, Pisces. It's talking about a relationship you have with someone else, some dream you have for that relationship. It's mostly for many of you, if not all of you also, is talking about self-love and the weaving of self-love. Like I'm being told this is a filigree heart, like it's carved out. There's actually another heart within it. And so it's not a solid heart, yet what's significant about that is for this reading for you, Pisces, is that you're weaving more self-love into your life. You're weaving more, just like this beautiful filigree, you're weaving more self-empowerment like this King of Wands and the Magician and Eagle and Lotus, and then this individual who's working diligently. Like you're doing what it takes for you to feel more self-love, more confidence. And sometimes that actually is taking actions, because even if it doesn't end with the exact outcome that you thought originally, you're still taking the actions, okay? Beautiful reading. So thank you again for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. Again, this is Zoe Summer, and you're always welcome here at Tarot in Paris with Zoe. Have a beautiful day.